What's going on, everybody? Get the Raging Rob here. I just got my hair cut. Thank you, Carl Mankey of Shiawassee County, Michigan. The barber did not shut down during the pandemic in 2020 and went against the tyrant governor of Michigan. But anyway, so we got two things. Elon Musk has now taken over Twitter. He fired the woman that suspended Donald Trump, and he fired two other executives. It might cost him $200 million in legal fees, but that's chump change to what Elon Musk has. Oh, so he has to throw a few dollars around. Give him $200 million. They live a lavish life. They live the rest of their life in retirement. Whatever. Sometimes things cost to get the job done, right? That's just the way it is. I thought you libtards support free speech, right? Oh, it only applies to you, right? Randy Quaid back on Twitter. Kanye West back on Twitter. Now I'm waiting for Donald Trump to get back on Twitter. Next thing. There was an attack, allegedly, at Nancy Pelosi's home in San Francisco. Paul Peloski, husband of Nancy Pelosi, was attacked with a hammer by a guy, a 42-year-old man, is identified as, I can't remember his name. Liberals are already calling it GOP extremism. Don't know what the motive was. The guy was arrested, charged with multiple felonies, including attempted murder, elderly abuse, home invasion, assault with a deadly weapon, as well as several other felonies. This happened in San Francisco. Gun control. One of two things. First thing is San Francisco has some of the tightest gun laws in the country. And this is proof that it doesn't matter how much gun control you pass. Criminals are going to be criminals. And, regardless it was the House Speaker's husband or whatever, an elderly person was beaten with a hammer. That's bad, right? They didn't need a gun. Okay? So now bring hammer control or whatever like that, It's proof that criminals are going to be criminals, and that's the way it is. Number two. I forgot what I was going to say about number two. Yeah, number two. I'm a little skeptical of this story. I was listening to a briefing by a San Francisco cop. I don't know if he was the police chief or sergeant or whoever he was, lieutenant or whatever. And he said that officers got called at 2:40 a.m. to the residence. Okay? Who called the officers at 2:40 a.m.? Okay? I had to question these things. The next thing is, he said the officers arrived, they found both men, Paul and the suspect, with a hammer in their hand. So there was two hammers? This is what I'm hearing. I got to question these things. I don't have the full details. And another thing, they said it made it the way the cop was talking, he made it sound like the suspect attacked Paul, Nancy Pelosi's husband, right in front of the police. And then the police tackled the suspect. Remember, Nancy Pelosi is the one that staged January 6th, the protest. I'm starting to think that the Antifa rhetoric goes out the window. Remember, Nancy Pelosi was on her phone the entire time during the January 6th attack. Okay? While Marjorie Taylor Greene was hovering for cover. Another question, where was Nancy when this happened? She wasn't home, or what? What the hell's what was going on with that? How at 2:40 a.m.? I mean, I would think a married couple sleep with each other, in bed. So how did Paul get attacked? The guy went inside the house And they're saying that the guy was yelling, "Where's Nancy?" That he was looking for Nancy. Okay, so if the husband got attacked, I mean, a married couple, they do sleep with each other, right? Was Nancy not home? The police didn't say if Nancy was home or not. So if Paul was out there, where was Nancy? I mean, if somebody's breaking in your house and your husband goes outside, you're gonna go out there with them, right? To see what the hell's going on. I mean, these are logical things, right? But we do know that Nancy Pelosi was behind January 6th. She was also behind a biological weapon that was launched on the American people in March 2020, claiming the lives of over 1 million Americans. She is a traitor and a tyrant. So she may have staged her own house break-in for what? To pull another Jesse Smock situation? Make herself the victim? Hire a crisis actor? How come we're not seeing photos of this alleged suspect? I think this thing was staged. I'm calling bullshit. And I think Nancy Pelosi wants to be a victim because the election is 2 weeks away and she's about to lose her House seat. I say when we take back the House, make Marjorie Taylor Greene the Speaker of the House. That would be biblical. She knows how to talk. She knows how to get the job done. Marjorie Taylor Greene is Speaker of the House. I'm for that. Fuck you, Nancy Pelosi. I'm not buying your bullshit.